Hello and welcome to our channel, Be Brave to Survive. Today we shall be talking about a very important cancer topic that is silently killing so many people across the world. It is called the lymphoma. Well, if today is your first time here, kindly subscribe to our channel. Also turn on the notification and leave us a comment in the section below. Now let us begin with some basic facts about the human blood. Do you know that the human blood is made up of what is called the plasma? And there are three main types of blood cells within the plasma, which are the platelets or the thrombocytes. These blood cells helps the body to form a mesh or a clot on the surface of the skin when the vein or any of the arteries are broken or injured, the process of injury. The mesh we see on it, that's the platelets. We also have the red blood cells or the erythrocytes that carries oxygen within the body. And finally, we have the white blood cells or the leukocytes that drives off infections in the body. Now, what is this thing we call lymphoma? Lymphoma is the cancer of the cells in the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is part of the body's normal immune system. It is made up of infection-fighting cells called lymphocytes, which are able to go around the body and help to fight infections. Now, it is good for you to understand that lymphocytes are one of the types of the white blood cells that fight infections. There are different types of lymphocytes, each with their special infection-fighting function. And these account for the different ways lymphoma may present itself. These are very, very important things for you to know. It's also important for you to know that lymphoma or cancerous cells typically occurs in the lymph nodes or something like an outgrowth around the neck, the head, the armpit, the groin or the abdomen, but may also occur in other parts of the body. Okay, lymphomas are actually divided into two groups, which are the Hodgkin's and the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Now, let me give you a little history about the name. The name was actually coined after Thomas Hodgkins, who was a physician over 200 years ago. He discovered and described the disease before the era of the microscope. But when the microscope became available, other scientists looked into the lymph nodes and saw other kinds of lymphoma. Hence, you have the Hodgkin's lymphoma and the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So that's a little bit, that's kind of a history for you to learn from. Now let's look at some of the risk factors, the signs, the symptoms, and what you have to do to avoid this deadly disease. Lymphoma is actually a kind of cancer that is deadly. It will interest you to know that lymphoma is a treatable disease and the outlook can vary depending on the type of lymphoma and the stage of its diagnosis. Okay, so lymphoma is different from leukemia, but each of these cancers starts in a different type of cell within the blood. Now, lymphoma starts in the infection-fighting lymphocytes or cells in the blood, while leukemia starts in blood-forming cells inside the bone marrow. But we will talk about leukemia in another video. Now, scientists don't really know what causes the lymphoma. In most cases, you might be more at risk if you are 60 or older for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and if you are between the ages of 15 and 40 or even older for Hodgkin's lymphoma. Now, lymphomas are more common among males, although there are some other subtypes that are present in some females. Okay, now if the person has a weak immune system, that is another risk factor for getting that disease. A weak immune system. If you have been infected with some kind of virus, for example, COVID-19, the pandemic right now. Remember, COVID-19 is deadly for people with underlying medical conditions. So if you have been infected with a virus, lymphoma, it's another threat to your health. Now, if you have a family history of cancer, of a lymphoma, that can also be a risk factor. If you have been exposed to some chemicals that kill bugs and weeds, okay, And finally, if you have undergone any kind of radiation therapy. Now, some symptoms and warning signs of lymphoma may include a swollen glands, that's the lymph nodes, like the head, the armpits, the groin, or even the abdomen. These lymph nodes are actually painless. You can also have some kind of cough, shortness of breath, fever, night sweats, weight loss, itching, and some kind of irritation. You should note this, that many of these symptoms can also be warning signs for other illnesses. So see your doctor to find out for sure if you have lymphoma. Now, finally, research shows that about 50% of cancer cases and up to 50% of cancer deaths are preventable with the knowledge we have today. Prevention and early detection are more important now more than ever, and they have been proven to be more effective strategies to lower health costs and cancer deaths. So awareness is key when it comes to cancer. So as usual, eat healthy, avoid unhealthy lifestyles, go for regular screening and medical checkups. These are basic things that you can do to avoid this deadly disease. Now, if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, take care of yourself, and take care of each other. God bless you.